Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video all about the assumptions you guys think about me. I think I'm really late to the party with this one because loads of people did it quite a few months ago and I was always a little bit nervous about doing it because I was a bit worried about what you guys would come out with. So anyway, yesterday I put a little poll on my Instagram and I asked you guys what you assume about me. So I have had loads and loads of answers actually, and a lot of them are the same. So what I'm going to do is kind of group some of them together and then answer them like that and let you guys know the real truth about your assumptions. If you're watching this video and you're new to my channel, then hi, I'm Kerry. I am a mum of 2 boys, and on my channel you'll find loads and loads of cooking recipes and just general family lifestyle videos as well, day in the life videos of me and my husband and my 2 boys, and just like fashion and beauty. It's a bit of a mongrel channel. There's a bit of everything on here, but mainly cooking, I would say, and that is cooking on a budget, cooking quickly and cooking healthily too. Right, so the first one I'm going to start off with, which quite a few of you have said, is that I'm a very calm mum and I'm very organized and have all my stuff together. That is partly true, I would say. I am organized. I am quite a calm mum. I'm one of those mums that will say to my children, please don't do that, and I'll say it to them a couple of times, and then if they hurt themselves doing that thing I've asked them not to do, I say to them, well, I can't feel sorry for you because I did tell you not to do it. So I think by being like that, my kids have kind of learnt when I tell them not to do something, they think, okay, maybe I shouldn't because I did get hurt. The last couple of times I did something my mum told me not to do it. So that's how I kind of approach motherhood. Chris sometimes says to me that I'm a little bit too laid back and chilled out. I do shout, believe me, when my kids don't listen to me for the 5th time, I get really mad. So for those of you who think that I don't shout, I do, I promise. Right, another assumption that there were quite a few of was that we're very well off. So I wouldn't say we're very well off, but I wouldn't say we're not well off. I would say we're quite in the middle. Obviously, we've been quite clever about the way we have invested our money. Chris's career is really short and we've always known that his career wouldn't go on for the rest of our lives. So we've kind of, every time he's had a good contract and he's been paid a decent amount of money, we've upgraded our house. We've either moved to a bigger house or we've done alterations on our house. So we've always had our money in property. We've never really been that cash rich at any point because we've always had our money in property and we've been doing them up, or we did buy a flat at one point. We always would just invest our money that way. We thought by doing it that way, we would be investing in our future instead of just spending the money as we go along. Also, we had our kids quite young, so I feel like we got nursery bills and all of those kind of bills out the way when we were earning the most money we were earning. So now the kids are at full-time school, we don't have any outgoings. So yeah, I feel like that burden has been lifted off us too, which helps out financially a lot. Someone said that they assume I'm very posh. So I have got quite a posh accent. At the moment I'm living in Essex, but I'm not actually from Essex. I'm South African. When I was 8, I moved to Buckinghamshire. Buckinghamshire, literally everyone speaks so posh. So when I hear some friends from Buckinghamshire and they speak to me, I listen to them, I think, oh, I love a posh accent. I just think there is something so nice about it. I don't know if it's because that's what I've grown up with, but I just really love it. So when I hear my friends talk to me from Buckinghamshire, I think, oh, I wish my accent was like that still. So if you think I'm posh now, I think before I moved away from Buckinghamshire, I probably was even posher. My mum sometimes says to me, oh, you've definitely picked up the Essex twang. So yeah, so I'm not posh. I just used to live in Buckinghamshire, so that's where the accent comes from. Oh, someone assumes that I'm very sporty. No, I'm really not. I really wish I could be. I really try and dabble in sport, and I try to get into it. I'm actually very naturally, like I've got a natural ability to sport. And my mum and dad used to always say to me, it's so annoying because you're so naturally capable of playing so many different sports, but I don't do it. So I'm quite flexible, and when I do a sport, I am actually quite good at it. That sounds like I'm being really big-headed. I think I must have quite good hand-eye coordination, but I don't do it. I really wish I did. I don't have the motivation. People used to always tell me like, oh, once you start playing sport and once you start going to the gym, you'll get this thing where you have to go. I've just never quite got to that point. But I do keep trying. That's why sometimes you'll see on my Instagram or my YouTube that I do a little workout, but then it all ends and I eat loads of chocolate instead. Oh, so Katie Gibbsy said, you are the last one on the dance floor at the end of a night. No. I am one of those people that I go in, I go large, and then I fall asleep in the corner. So if we go to a nightclub, you will always find me asleep somewhere. I just need like a little power nap and then I'm ready to go again. So no, sadly, I'm not the last on the dance floor, but I'm the first one on the dance floor, if that's any consolation. Lots of people are saying that they assume I'm really down to earth. I do think I am, and I think that's actually down to my mum and dad. Actually, I think we moved from South Africa when we were 8, so my mum and dad were, I think my mum was 35 and my dad was about 42, and they weren't allowed to bring any of their money out of the country, so they came to England and they had to start all over again from scratch. And my dad did so well for the family. He provided, you know, he got us a really lovely house, and he just did so well with his work. So I haven't actually particularly come from a very wealthy family because we had to give up so much when we left South Africa. So I think that actually does make me down to earth, and it makes me appreciate things quite a lot. And I am trying to kind of bring up our children the same way. I don't want them to ask for something and think they can just get it, because they don't. I always say to them, if they ask something throughout the year, I say, right, we'll put it on your birthday list or put it on your Christmas list. And then when it comes to birthdays or Christmas, they only really get one gift from us. I think they need to learn at a young age the value of money, basically. Someone has said that they assume I am confident and find it easy to talk to people. And then someone else actually said to me that I'm the shy one in the group. So those are two kind of contradicting assumptions of me. But I would say I'm definitely not the shy one in the group. I am quite an extrovert. Don't know if you guys have noticed. And I would say that I am definitely very confident. I find it really easy to talk to people. I almost find it a bit awkward being in silences with people that I don't know. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I like to ask loads and loads of questions. Before I was married, my surname was Bates, and people used to call me WPC Bates because they felt like they were literally in an interrogation. When I met Chris's brother for the first time, he said after 10 minutes I literally knew everything about him, because I just love finding out about people. People might think that's nosy, but I just feel like I'm being inquisitive. I like to know people's stories, and I like it when people ask me questions about myself. I think it's quite nice. I think it shows they care. So that's what I'm like. Someone assumes I'm a bloody good drinking partner. Yes, I am. I am fun. Like I said, I will die at 12, but I am fun. I love a drink, and if it's 12 o'clock somewhere in the world, I'm up for one. Lots of people have assumed that I'm a great mum. That's really sweet. I like that that comes across. I really try to be my boys' friend. I don't want them to, obviously they know I'm their mum, and I want them to come to me if they're like sad, if they need caring, if they feel insecure about anything. But at the same time, I also want to be their friend, and both Chris and I really try to have a laugh with the boys, have a bit of banter with them. And you know, when Rory is 20, Chris will be 43 and I'll be 45, so we're really young parents, I feel. And it just, like Chris said, I want to be one of those dads that will say, come on, let's go down to the pub together, and the boys won't feel ashamed to like hang out with us, and I want them to be able to tell me everything. So I do try and be a mum to them, but also like a really good friend to them too. Someone's assumed that I like to live on a budget. So obviously when I create all my cooking videos, they're all budget friendly ones. The reason I do that is because I love food. My whole family loves food. But I know if I can create a healthy, nutritious meal that doesn't cost the earth, it makes me even happier. And I feel like food doesn't have to cost you the earth. I would rather have a lovely meal at home that's cheaper than it would be if you didn't like shop around and shop the offers and do all the different like meal planning that I do. And I would like to save that money, whether it's like 20, 30, 40 pounds a week in my weekly food shop, and I'd love to put it towards other things. Like I like to put that money towards going out for a dinner every now and then, like taking the boys out on a really nice day out, going ice skating with them, like just doing things instead of just consuming it, because I know I can make food really nicely for not that much money. So I don't see the point in spending loads of money on my food shop. Does that make sense? So if I can get a bargain, I will get a bargain. If I can get a 2-for-1 deal on cinema tickets, I will, because why not? Why not do the 2-for-1 deal and then spend that other one ticket price on popcorn, on sweets, or take your own. Even cheaper. You know, that's what I mean. So I'm not a cheapskate, but I like a little discount code. I like value for money, and yeah, I do really like saving money. I get a bit of a buzz out of it, to be honest, and I don't like waste. So yeah, someone assumes that my dream is to be the next Holly Willoughby. Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm a bit too old for that now, because I think I've passed my sell-by date, but yeah, I'd absolutely have loved that in life. Like, I think she's got one of the coolest jobs ever. I can imagine we see it from the surface, and underneath maybe it's not so cool. She's stressed all the time, she's here, there and everywhere. Maybe she doesn't spend loads of time with her family, I don't know. But I just feel like I would love to have been a TV presenter. And I don't know, maybe there's still hope for me, but yeah, I would really have liked to have had her job. Oh my gosh, there's so many. That you're very giggly when you're drunk. Yes, I like to think I'm quite funny as well, but they're probably, my jokes are probably not that funny. Lots of people think I'm very organised and house proud. I really am. I love my home so much, but at the same time, I'm not one of those people that I don't have like any kind of OCD or anything like that. My sister's got OCD, and she always says to me, I wish I could be a little bit more like you, like a bit more relaxed. I kind of feel like it would be good if both of us gave each other a bit of our kind of, I gave her some of my relaxedness and she gave me a bit of her OCD, because I can sometimes be a little bit too relaxed, and then my house will look a mess, and then I'll do like a blitz of it, and then it will be really good again, and then yeah, they're just like I'm looking over at my extension bit and the pillows are all over the place, but that doesn't really bother me, because I feel like there's more to life than having this pristine house. I want to be real. I am real. This is what it's like. And I did fluff up these cushions because they were kind of like wild a little while ago, but I am really, really house proud. But at the same time, my house, I don't want to be a slave to my house. My house, like, is a roof over our head and I love it. But I don't want it to be this pristine place that when people come over, they feel a bit awkward in, because I want people to come over and think this is their home too, and they can do what they want. And then when they leave, I can tidy up. Someone assumes that I have only ever been a housewife. So that's not actually true. Before I had our kids, I worked in a recruitment company. I did their sales. I was in the office every day. I was ringing people, like cold calling, and I just never felt comfortable doing that. And I think I'm one of those people that I can't really be in an office environment. I need to kind of, or if I am, it needs to be an office where I'm kind of office based, but I go out and about quite a lot. So I worked there for quite a few years, and then I had Rory. I had about a year off, and then I actually went back to work for about a year before I had Jamie. And then once I had Jamie, we just made the decision for me to be with the kids more, and for me to be there for like pick up, drop off. And I started up a little crafting business from home where I'd make like personalized gifts. I'd do Scrabble frames and things like that. So I really enjoyed that, and that would just give me a little bit of pocket money to kind of see me through. If I wanted to buy a top or some new trousers or something, I'd be able to have a little bit of my own money to be able to do things like that with. Someone says that I never get anxious or nervous. So the only thing I actually get anxious about is, I've spoken a bit about it on Instagram recently, is the sick phobia that I have. I definitely think it's getting better. Every time one of my kids is sick, I kind of get that much better with dealing with it all. But it's actually got a name, but I've completely forgotten what it's called now. I thought I was one of the only ones who had this, but it's apparently really, really common. It's the third most common phobia. Which is actually quite refreshing to hear, because I honestly thought there was something wrong with me, and Chris did as well. He was like, come on, pull yourself together, woman. But I have this phobia where if someone says they feel sick, I literally freak out. I get a hot like flush throughout my body. My heart starts beating really quickly, and I think that's an almost, is it like a panic attack? Is that like a anxiety? I'm not too sure, because I've always grown up with it. I've never really thought much about it. But yeah, I definitely am anxious about that. Another one says that I'm an absolute riot to hang out with after a bottle of wine. Yes, I'm really fun. I'm really fun. Not sure why you guys think I like a drink, but you're right. Yeah, so thank you so much for everyone who wrote to me and said an assumption about me. Honestly, there are so many more I could go on to answer, but I just can't, otherwise this video is going to be like 2 hours long. But maybe I'll do another one in a couple of months time. So if you have any other assumptions about me, please write them down below in the comment section, and next time I do a video like this I will use those as my assumptions from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.